Attention viewers, this video is my own reaction video, and this time I will be reacting about DVD and Blu-rays or home media formats. But it's not just about home media formats. It's my own reaction about both the Danish film company Nordisk Film and this time, but only in Australia, the American film company Disney. But I'm not from Australia and I don't live in Australia because I just heard lately about in Australia because I just I'm just Swedish and I just live here in Sweden. But first, let me talk about Nordisk Film, the Danish film company which owned by the Danish company Egmont. And it's also a, a Nordic major film studio. But it's not just Nordisk Film, the Danish company, as the Nordic major company, but also SF Studios, the Swedish company owned by the Swedish company Borge AB. But this time it's just about Nordisk Film and Disney. But let me tell about Nordisk Film. The company Nordisk Film and also in early before Egmont broke to Nordisk Film, it was also known as Egmont Film, but as a separate film company before Egmont bought Nordisk Film in 90s. They used to release films Nordic and international films on home media formats, but until pandemic. Partly because of pandemic that the Danish film company Nordisk Film right now, which is on home media formats, they rarely released Swedish and international films on home media formats. And I'm kinda disappointed at that Nordisk Film because they just had to let the people in West Sweden offers, and it's also not. And also the Danish film company Nordisk Film, they do have have own streaming service called Nordisk Film Plus, but it's only available in Denmark and Norway right now. But in Sweden, they don't have it yet, but they do available through the partnerships in Sweden, like Tele2 for example. The Danish film company Nordisk Film, they designed it to release international films, and Nordisk films mostly only on streaming. I mean Swedish and international films only on streaming, most of them only. And I'm disappointed. But it's only in these four Nordic countries, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. In my opinion, why can Nordisk film have pa- partnerships on home media formats like social media, for example? And next is Disney, but it's only in Australia. I'm disappointed also at Disney for releasing box office bombs films that they don't earn so much money because of producing and released not so good films. But they do succeed with this. Lately Avatar the Way of Water. I think the film is beautiful, but random films it's like it's like Disney, they don't have newer ideas at all. And they also release films mostly much on streaming than in movie theaters, cinemas, and home media formats. I mean, come on! Why can't you be serious about in Australia? Like I just heard lately that they are going to stop selling DVD and Blu-rays in Australia. In my opinion, why can't they have a partnership with Universal Sony or Roadshow? Come on, Universal Sony or Roadshow. I think I think it's a terrible idea if it's releasing just much films as streaming orient or exclusive than in movie theaters and almost rarely release films on home media formats, but almost. But they do stand release home media formats in the rest of the world. But Australia, I think it's a terrible idea if they just stop selling DVDs and Blu-rays in Australia. Why can't they have a partnership with Universal Sony or Roadshow? Like you do remember that I should early in this Sweden, Norway, Denmark and Finland that Universal Sony shut down their DVD and Blu-ray business in these four Nordic countries: Sweden, Denmark, Norway and Finland. And right after it, SF, the Swedish company SF, signed a contract deal with them to release their own films on home media markets. But in my opinion, why can't why can't film companies have partnership deals? Come on! Are you serious? I think it's a good idea with partnerships, not absorbing the business. Do anyone agree with me that that Nordisk film and any any but only in Australia that Disney should have a different partnership than in Sweden, Norway, Denmark and Finland? I mean in Australia like Universal Sony or Roadshow. What do you think? You can ask me any, and you can comment to it almost of all you want, but about this home media formats disaster, these films disasters. And you know that right now is also strikes of writers and actors in Hollywood that they are protesting against the giants like Disney and more. And that's all for today or tonight. See you on Friday. Bye!